As mentioned, today we're going to be comparing the sound of the Prophet-5 Rev 3 and the Prophet-600 with the GliGli mod. Let's check it out. Hi there, I'm Roland Pettis. This is the Alma Music Sound Lab. If you like this video, click subscribe because we have a lot of great videos coming up in the future. This particular video is going to be really special. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to compare sonically what the Prophet-5 is and what the Prophet-600 is. This is not a Rev 4, this is a Rev 3 Prophet-5. Be sure to check it out, stay tuned. We're going to talk a lot about it and we'll get to listen to them back and forth. Okay, so here they are. These are the two vintage classic sequential circuit synthesizers. We have a Prophet-5 Rev 3 and we've got a Prophet-600. This one has had a little bit of an upgrade. We've got the GliGli mod loaded in it, and for those who don't know, that mod actually adds a lot of really great things to a Prophet-600. And to me, it adds a lot more sound, character, and workability that the original Prophet-600 really never had. One of the most important things that mod does add is that the envelopes and the filter sweeps and just the nature of them are a little bit smoother and more gradual than the original envelope section. So to me, the envelopes are a little bit more snappier and they're a little cleaner sounding, as is the filter when you do the filter sweeps. You get expanded arpeggiator mode on this, better MIDI implementation, which is really important. And there's a lot more things that you get with that particular mod. That mod is only about $300 and you could add it onto any existing Prophet-5, Prophet-600 rather. And it's not too difficult to do. If you have a Prophet-600 without that mod, you should really check it out because it does take the Prophet-600 into a very professional territory. We're going to compare a lot about what these things do. As you may know, they kind of have a similar layout. They've got the same kind of oscillators, two oscillators, the same envelope sections, same filters. They are a little different under the hood, but the top panels really look almost identical. One of the main differences you get on a Prophet-5 is on the polymod section, there's a destination assignment to the pulse width, which you don't get on the Prophet-600. And of course, there's a wheel mod section on the Prophet-5 that you don't really have the full expanded capability of on the Prophet-600. But with those mods that are added, the modulation section in here gets really, really awesome, really, really fast. So they do have pros and cons on each individual synthesizer. I think that the build quality of both is equally as stellar. Obviously, this top one here is lighter in weight and it's a smaller build, so it is a little bit easier to transport with. And I think that the overall reliability of a Prophet-600 is a lot more reliable than, say, a Prophet-5, especially if you're going to take it on a tour or on the road. I'm a really huge fan of the Prophet-600, and I always have been. I've always found it to be probably the best sequential circuits econo synth, if you will. And I still think that sonically, sound-wise, character-wise, that this little keyboard here that sells for practically nothing on the used market sounds bigger and bolder and better than a lot of the newer Dave Smith sequential synthesizers. Definitely worth a revisit if you don't have one of these in your arsenal. Very cool keyboard and a really crazy low price on these. One of the other more important things that came with the Prophet-600 that was never on the Prophet-5 originally was MIDI. This was actually the first keyboard to have MIDI implemented on the back panel. Although it's really primitive as far as MIDI is concerned, the protocol that is, it did have it on board from the factory. So that was a really groundbreaking thing that Dave Smith kind of like conjured up for this particular keyboard. And as we all know, MIDI became super important thereon after. So it's still a very important valid keyboard in synth history. So we've talked a little bit about this particular P5 and this particular P600 with that GliGli mod. Let's check it out. Let's listen to it. So as you can see, they do sound pretty similar, and we did a lot of comparisons with the filter section, envelope section, and just the overall oscillator section. But now I'm going to play you a couple just different things. I wanted to play some different patches from each keyboard and just really play them together to show you that both keyboards really work harmoniously together as a good combo. So here we go. Let's listen to that. Well, I hope you enjoyed checking out the comparison of these two classic, awesome synthesizers. I've always been a fan, again, of the Prophet-600, but as you can hear and see, the two of them, although they are similar, they do sound a little bit different. I'm Roland Pettis. This is the Alma Music Sound Lab. Again, click subscribe if you like this video. We've got a lot more coming up in the future. Check out the website, almamusic.com. We've got a lot of great gear there, including some of this stuff. Again, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. There's another one coming up soon.